Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, depending upon your time zone, and thank you very much for joining our webinar today. The webinar's title is Increase WooCommerce Store Sales with a Dynamic Sales Funnel. Let's get into it. So a quick introduction. Welcome again to the webinar. We're going to talk about how using sales funnels we can increase sales from your WooCommerce stores. We can increase sales using the following mechanisms. We can present your products in a better way. They look better. You can put more copy into them. We can then use psychological triggers. It sounds really ominous, but it's not. We're talking about things like social proof, overcoming objections, highlighting your target customer, that kind of thing. We'll look at those a little bit more as we get into the demo. We're going to talk about increasing average cart value, removing checkout friction, and using abandoned cart recovery, all of which add up and then they can increase the average cart value and the sales that you got from your WooCommerce store. We're going to do all this without expensive software like ClickFunnels or Kajabi. We're going to use your existing WooCommerce store, add a plugin on top of that, and turn your products into sales funnels. There's going to be very few slides in this webinar, then we'll move on to a demo. It's a little bit about me. My name's Neil Matthews and I'm a freelance WordPress developer. I specialize in building WooCommerce stores. I've been working with WordPress for about 15 years, Woo a little bit less, perhaps 10 years working with Woo. This process that I'm about to show you is what I've implemented on numerous client sites. It's not a gimmick, it really does work and it helps you increase sales from your WooCommerce store. Let's spend a little bit of time talking about the current standard single product pages, the out of the box pages you get with your WooCommerce store. They're just a little bit boring. They're hard to style, add psychological triggers, benefits and features and all that kind of stuff without bringing in a developer. That's all well and good. I'm a freelance WooCommerce developer. I can do that for you. But I'd rather help you to build a sales funnel. Think about your standard product pages. I'm saying cart abandonment is built into that. What I mean by that is your site visitor comes to your homepage, clicks on a link to an individual product, clicks add to cart, then we'll get the pop-up about going to the actual cart page. We visit the cart page, check everything is all right, click on the checkout page, fill in our details, and eventually we're checked out. So there's a lot more steps in that than there is with what I'm going to show you in a sales funnel. Cart abandonment will happen the more clicks we make within a process. Single standard pages aren't that great at upselling, downselling, or adding order bumps. Yeah, we have related products at the bottom of the page, but they're hidden right at the bottom and they're a bit meh. So what I'm going to show you with the sales funnel is that it's great at upselling, downselling, adding order bumps and increasing your cart value. And last but not least, in my opinion, I don't think the standard WooCommerce single product page is very good to send cold traffic to from ads. If somebody's seen an ad for your product on Facebook, for example, and they click through, it's just going to look a bit cool to them. So we need to warm them up with a landing page, and that's where a sales funnel comes in really well. So we've just talked about landing pages. Let's introduce you to a WooCommerce sales funnel. What we do is we create a custom landing page and a checkout all on one page for your product. We can improve the copy, make it more relevant to your customer, target that specific customer to make sure they know they're in the right place, add features and benefits, and those psychological triggers we talked about a little bit earlier. On that page, we can add order bumps, and in the subsequent pages, we can upsell or downsell. We can reduce checkout friction by removing all the fields we don't need. So every time a person has to add another bit of information to your checkout form, that increases the likelihood of a cart abandonment. So we can reduce checkout friction by modifying how many form fields there are to fill in. We could do split testing to see exactly what works and what doesn't. And of course, we've got abandoned cart recovery. So if somebody comes to your checkout, adds products, and then goes away, we can recover that cart with an email sequence. I'm not going to be covering abandoned cart recovery much in this webinar, but it is available in the software I'm going to show you. So I said there's only going to be a few slides, and that are them. Now we're going to jump over to a demo. We're going to have a look at the standard product page, and I'll talk you through why I think they're not as good as a sales funnel. I'm going to view the same product in a sales funnel. Then we're going to jump over to the back end of my site, and I'll show you the plugin I use to create sales funnels. So the first thing we're going to do is look at a standard single product page. They're all going to look fairly similar to this page here. That's a standard WooCommerce single product page. It might look a little bit different depending upon your template, but essentially they all look very, very similar. So we've got the standard images, we've got our small description, then we've got a larger description down here. All well and good, but it's a bit bitty. It doesn't jump out, and it's difficult to add features and benefits in a little bit of space like this. You'd have to drop it into here at the bottom of the page where people find them difficult to find. Reviews or social proof sits in a tab here. Not that easy to find unless you know where it is. And then of course we have this add to cart, view cart, proceed to checkout, multiple step process. Whenever there's a multiple step, you're going to lose people along the way and have them abandon carts. Also, we've got a number of fields on this form by default. So we've got company name and perhaps telephone, which we don't necessarily need to sell products to people. And these additional notes down here. Every additional field that you add to your checkout form can increase cart abandonment. So let's go and check out. This funnel is available for you to use and have a try. If you just use this test credit card number with any expiration date in the future and any CVC, you can test this funnel. And then once we've checked out, we go to a generic thank you page. That's the same for every order. It's fine. It'll do its job. Millions of orders have been placed using that standard checkout process. What I'm going to suggest is we can make it a little bit better by changing that to a sales funnel. Let's jump over to one I've created using the same products. So immediately you'll see this looks a lot different and it's much more appealing to the eye. It's a landing page, meaning there's no header, no footer, and the only thing your customer can do is go through this page and buy or not buy. You can't jump around the store, you can't see anything else. It's designed to help people to buy your products. The first thing we're doing is adding some psychological triggers, and we're saying to the person who's landed on this page, am I in the right place? So we're trying to sell sunglasses on this test funnel, and I'm being a bit lighthearted, but the first thing I'm saying is calling all people with eyes. I help people in sunny places keep the sun out of their eyes with sunglasses. I'm immediately calling out to people and saying, do you need sunglasses? If they were looking for binoculars, for example, they would immediately click away, wouldn't waste our time. We only want to focus on people who want sunglasses. Scrolling down, we've got a standard little products gallery. You can click on that and we can see enlarged versions of the images, the products images. Nothing different from a standard product page so far. And then we've got the price and the title and some little bullet points on what the product is. So below that, we then start getting into some more psychological triggers where we're talking about features versus benefits. So we've got shaded lenses as a feature, as a benefit rather, and then we explain what that feature is. So the lenses are not clear to keep the sun out of the eyes. We've got foldable arms, we've got a nose bit. I'm being lighthearted and talking about sunglasses, but you get the idea. You can have a list of the features and benefits of your products straight away, and somebody can read through those and think, oh yeah, that's for me. Next comes a detailed product description, where you go in depth about your product, what it does, how it helps people. I've just put some lorem ipsum text in there, but that would be the equivalent of the long description from your WooCommerce product. Next section, we're adding another psychological trigger of social proof. We've got a little testimonial slider, which we can pull from your reviews to highlight what people are saying about your products. We can add little star reviews if people are really happy about it, and really let people know other people are buying this, it works, and it does what it says on the tin. Next, a little bit more psychological triggering with a risk reversal and a money back guarantee. So if you've not looked at psychological triggers, we've got things like social proof, risk reversal. We've got urgency. Not necessarily going to use it on a product like this, but you could give a tight countdown if you had a sale on or something like that. So we'll bake those into the sales copy on our page. It's a lot easier to do on this type of sales funnel than it is on a single standard product page. Again, scrolling down, we got just a reminder of what we're buying. Got a little SSL certificate to let people know it's secure, risk reversal again. And then what we do is go straight to the checkout. Rather than click on add to cart, then go to a cart and then to a checkout, it's all on one page. So your customer doesn't need to click away at all. I call this reducing checkout friction. So there's never any additional steps to cause friction and make people click away and abandon their cart. Also, if you look at this form, I've taken a number of things out. So in my demo, it's B to C, so don't need a company address field form or company name field form, so I've taken that out. I've taken the phone number out as well. A lot of people don't like to give their phone numbers over. Always think about only collecting the minimum amount of information on your checkout field or checkout form as you can. So let's complete that form. If we look over on this side of the form, you'll notice our first bit of upselling, and in an effort to increase our average cart value. So what I've done is I've added a reasonably inexpensive product as an upsell that our sunglasses customer might like. In this case, it's an anti-mist spray to spray on the sunglasses and stop them from fogging up in hot weather. And with a simple click, we can add that to the cart and boost our average order value. It's a very simple thing. Just adding it like that, we've added an extra $4. That's not much, you might think, but that's an extra 4% on that sale. If everybody's adding that little order bump all the time, it soon adds up. So let's check out and I'll show you the next bit of upselling. Again, this is in test mode, so you can go through this funnel as you like and buy test products. So I'm going to place my order. And then what do we get before we've completed our checkout process? We get what we call an upsell. So what I've got is a little lanyard that will connect to the sunglasses and go around your neck. It's a useful little add-on for somebody who's buying these particular type of sunglasses. So I'm saying, wait, your order is still processing, and I've got a special one-time offer. And what I'm offering is that lanyard at a discount, 30% discount I think there. And just by clicking yes please, it will add it to the cart and it'll process that order. So they'll get an additional order at their thank you page with that new product. You can say yes please and it'll add it to the cart, or you can say no thank you and go to checkout. It doesn't actually do that. It goes to the next step, which is a downsell, so we can offer them another product which is slightly cheaper. Let's do that. There we go, one last thing. So now we've got sunglasses care toolkit with cloths and cleaning kits and screwdrivers, that kind of stuff. Again, useful to somebody who's buying sunglasses. So think about these upsells as accessories that somebody buying sunglasses or whatever product you offer would find useful. So we've offering these at 40% off from the retail price of $9.99, so at $5.99. Something I can either go no, go straight to the checkout and the thank you page, or I can say yes please, add that to my cart. Now I don't need to go back in and enter my card number. Something failed there, I don't know what happened there. So I don't need to go back and enter my card number, it just takes the card and processes it. Let's go back and give that another go. So I think because I'm running in the test mode, it's not very happy. So I've logged in. Let's do this again. Yes, I'm going to take the order bump. Place my order. And I'm going to have the lanyard. Product added successfully. I suspect it was because I'm not logged in and it didn't like that fact with the test card number I'm using. So what we also have is a custom thank you page. So you see we've got our sunglasses and our anti-mist spray, which is our order bump, and then we've got a second order here, which is our lanyard. So the total order is $111. So that's an 11% increase from that if we just bought our sunglasses for $100. So using this custom thank you page, we've got images of sunglasses, so it's very specific to what we bought. And then I've just added some custom content. I found this video about how to wear sunglasses. If you need that, you can find anything on YouTube. So imagine that's some custom content that's useful to the person who's bought whatever product is you're selling in your sales funnel. Perhaps you've got how-to video on how to use the product, or you've got some information on delivery, or if you've got special delivery feature or something like that. Anything that's very related to this product, you can include on this page because it's a custom per product thank you page. So that's the end of my demo about the funnel. As you can see, it's a way to increase cart value by adding order bumps, upsells, downsells. You can have multiple different routes through that as well. So you can have lots and lots of different upsells. You can even upsell on your thank you page if you wanted to. So what I'm going to do now is jump to the back end of my site. I'm going to take you through the plugin I use to create these funnels. And the plugin I use is called Cart Flows. It's probably the best WooCommerce sales funnel plugin out there. I've had a look at a lot of different ones, and this is by far the best one. So there's my sunglasses funnel. Let's edit it. And as you can see, we've got the checkout, which I built a template for. So if we look at that, so I'm using Elementor. And I've designed a custom landing page, and I've linked up the checkout at the bottom like that. So then we have 4 steps. We've got the checkout page, then we've got the upsell. If the offer is accepted, it goes to the thank you page, then we've got the downsell. So attached to each of these are our products. So let's have a look at the checkout page. So there's our sunglasses. We've got an order bump with the anti-mist spray. We can have a checkout offer, which I didn't do this time because we've got these upsells and downsells, but we could just do that. Here's the checkout form where I've edited the fields. So I've taken the company name out. I've reduced one of the street addresses, so we only have one street address, and got rid of the phone as well. I think it was Amazon that did some analysis or split testing of their checkout form, and every additional field gave a small percentage of cart abandonments. Got something called a dynamic offer if you wanted to. So that's, you can sort of create rules to upsell or downsell people based upon what they buy. We're getting into the advanced options there. We can split test each of these steps as well. So we can do an A/B test. So perhaps you can change the title on one, run a series of traffic through, and it'll tell you which is the best one, and then you can make that your main one. So that's a really useful tool. You might think your title is the best one in the world, but if you split test it against another one, you find that it's not. You make that the winner. So again, upsells. That is another Elementor template that I've created, like that. And again, we have products associated with the upsell, like that. And then we can set our discounts here if we wanted to. It's a good idea to offer a benefit for purchasing your upsells and your order bumps, and selling them at a little discount is a really good way to do that. And then finally we have that thank you page where we can embed our custom content, like that. I'm not going to go into it, but there are abandoned cart features, so we can send a series of emails out if somebody abandons their cart. We can get an idea how this is performing. So we've got 9 total orders, revenue is that, and it shows our average order value is that, and our order bump is that. So we can see how well our upsells are performing. So if previously your average order value when you're selling your sunglasses was 100, you can see that with these little bumps, you're getting more income. Again, if we go to the dashboard, we have a series of analytics like that. So that's the end of my demo. Let's jump back to the slides for a few more pieces of information. Just a quick mention of Cart Flows. It's a freemium plugin, meaning it's free for the very basic version, and the starting price is $99 for a single site license. It goes up to about $300 for a multi-site license. Check out cartflows.com. But if you need help building your funnel, I've got something for you. Do you need help building your sales funnel? I've got a done-for-you service to build your first WooCommerce sales funnel. I'll build the funnel for you, create the templates, all the design, set up cart abandonment, split testing. I'll give you training on how to build subsequent sales funnels. And the first step is to book a call with me. There's a video below this video. You'll find a button that links to my Calendly. Click on that. Select a time that's good for you, and what we'll set up is a free consulting call, so a free consultation to talk about building a sales funnel so you can start increasing your sales from your WooCommerce store. If that sounds like something that would work for you, click on the button below this video, book a time, and I'll speak to you soon. That's the end of the webinar. Thanks very much for your time.